On today's podcast, I get to sit down with a very special guests, Pat and Shelby O'Donnell. Pat is one of the most respected NFL punters of all time, a Chicago Bears legend with over a decade as an NFL veteran playing for multiple teams. His wife, Shelby, has been right there the whole entire time. This family is known for their discipline, their work ethic, and Pat himself, precision when it comes to those punts. Shelby brings her own passion as a fitness leader, an entrepreneur, and together they are momming and dadding as they navigate life together. Pat and Shelby represent the balance between high-level performance and family life, between the grind of pro sports and the pursuit of purpose beyond the gridiron. I am so excited to have Pat and Shelby O'Donnell as a treat for you today. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Burn Podcast, where strength meets science, food fuels energy, and mindset creates momentum. I'm DK, your personal trainer, and I want you to train, eat, and think differently. So get ready to take your health and fitness to the next level here on the Burn Podcast. Let's get to work. All right. I am so excited to be here with you guys today. We got Pat and Shelby O'Donnell in the building, everybody. And I just can't wait for this. So we had a podcast last week with your friends, the Foles, Nick and Tori. And so people know this one's coming. That one was kind of a surprise. They know this one's coming. And this is your first podcast ever, Shelby, I think, is your first podcast. Is this true? Is this?
Yep. I really wanted to share it with you. Every day at the gym, I'm like, if I can only shoot a podcast with the CEO and founder and visionary, that's what I want to do. All
right. I'm so flattered. And as Pat is sweating out during the level up games, I'm sure that's the one thought in your mind too. I can't wait.
I tell you what.
To be talking rather than working.
I highly recommend doing it. What an experience.
Yeah.
Oof, the level up games.
We could spend 50 minutes talking about level up games.
We are going to spend some time talking about it for sure.
She just wants to get it out in the open now. She actually podied him. She was a bronze. Was it a bronze? Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So she
Pat
beat
did
me.
Not.
Okay.
I didn't hit the podium.
Hey, well.
I gave it my all.
Pat, dude, you got to try harder than next time, I guess. That's just cleaned up, Shelby, cleaning up medals.
She's the athlete in the family.
He was worried that you would find out, and no, we told you ourselves.
Okay, so Level Up Games champion added to your resume.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
All right.
Inspire.
Medal winner. All right. And you guys, kind of going back, when you guys first met, you guys met at the University of Miami, correct? The U.
Yes.
And you were at Cincinnati, kicking footballs.
I was.
Making it happen. Big East player
Big East at the time, yes.
of the week even
Yes.
once, weren't you not?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
I won some accolades, Dev, yep.
Okay.
Sure did.
All right. All Big East for sure.
Yep.
And then, now was it time to get back to Florida? Did you know Shelby was at University of Miami, or were you going there to up the draft status so that
exactly
you could get
what
picked
I
up?
was doing.
All right,
I saw that little blonde girl that was following Coach.
Yeah, I was the
around.
only blonde in Miami at the time. Just kidding.
Honestly, so my dad got sick. I was a 4-year starter, Cincinnati, and it was like before the whole transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
So my best friend at the time, who I grew up with, center for the Canes, he said, we just graduated a senior punter. You have 1 year left. Why don't you think about coming back down? So I did the whole thing, talked to the athletic director, and he kind of like pointed me like where I could and couldn't go, and I explained my dad was sick. So I got to play for the Canes, which was great, South Florida kid. So that checked the box for me. And then I got drafted by the Chicago Bears, and I found Shelby, so it all kind of worked out for me down there.
Kind of like in the same year. So you guys met after you or before you got drafted at Miami?
So she was technically an employee, okay? And I was a student, but we're the same age, and I was a grad.
He was getting his liberal arts master's.
Yes.
Okay.
So a degree in football. Yes. Yeah. I did have an undergrad, to put it out there, but yes, I don't technically have a master's from the U yet. A couple classes shy. But yeah, it was a great experience for me, and I was really happy that I transferred down there.
Well, you guys obviously started a beautiful family, 3 young kids, and Dad SZN, Mom SZN. You're the co-founders of this brand, and it all started back then. When you guys like first met, what happened? Did he walk up to you? Did you walk
this is
like?
my favorite story
Yeah, you got
ever.
to tell me.
I want
to know the juicy details of it as well.
So I was the assistant for Coach Al Golden at the time, and it was training camp and 2-a-days, and I was helping with the lunches. So I had all of these trays lined up to get them whatever fruits the coaches wanted at the time. I was a team player, helped the coaches eat, fueled the team. And Pat was a transfer. He came in and he was getting fruit. And I said, excuse me.
Keep going.
Excuse me, they're not all for me. And he said, I hope not. And he walked away.
Oh, okay.
So that was,
Right.
I
Hard
was
to
like,
get.
wow,
See
what
it.
a jerk.
Let me paint the picture here. Okay, she was like the only female in the football world in the office up there. So I'm sure she got hit on a lot of people making passes at her. I was just
Not
letting her
once.
know.
Blinders during my job.
How do I let you know? Hard to get.
And then he followed me on Instagram and Twitter and started liking photos of my dad and I, and our paths crossed.
That's right. Every success story comes from Instagram or Tinder these days.
Yeah, it's just slide in the DMs.
The OG, like, online.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2014 was your draft year,
It was.
and you got picked up in the 6th round by the Chicago Bears. It was the first punter that the team had drafted in quite some time, since like 96 or so.
Yep.
That must have felt good. Had some really good rookie year success. Talk about that first year football. You're with the Bears. You get drafted. You're the first punter they've taken in a long time. So, you're meaningful to the organization.
Right.
You guys are together. What's life like at the time in your rookie year?
So we were long distance. She was really supportive though. And I went up there, did training camp, did all the things up there, and just trying to prove your worth. You know, when you get drafted, especially as a specialist, they don't really take, kickers or punters, especially like in the draft. So you want to show your worth. And I think when I was a rookie, I took everything super serious. Like I thought everything was like life or death. And I just wish I could tell myself back then, just like take a breath, enjoy it all, because you're competing and you're like, I want to be here, and you want to try to like impress. But I think that's the biggest thing, is just trying to take in the moment. And I think a lot of these young guys that just recently got drafted are trying to like prove their worth on these teams, and cut day just happened. So I think that people just need to take a step back and just enjoy what's in front of them, and I think they'll be okay.
And so your perspective at the time, where are you at?
I was
By the way.
working full time
Okay.
for a home builder, Lennar, out of Miami.
Okay.
So I was super focused on my job and just
Using your
supporting-
degree. Yes.
Yeah,
next.
using my degree,
Yep.
my accounting
Yep.
degree.
You were really good at math, I hear, in college. That was something that we discussed off.
Yeah,
offline.
my math minor that
Yeah.
I really had to put to use. So I was very focused on doing my job. Pat was, as he said, kind of nervous. He was like, do not come move to Chicago. Don't take a job here. I don't know if I'm here. I don't want added pressure. So we just did the long distance thing. He was focused on football and I was in Miami, and I traveled up for games. So it was a special time, but we were both kind of in our silos, just
was great, though.
focusing on our careers.
Yeah. Go to the city, get good dinners.
Yeah.
You go back down, you work. You don't get tired of me.
Did you eventually move to Chicago once you started? Once you knew that you were the guy and that I'm going to have this role for the foreseeable future, things changed a little bit.
For sure. Yes. She probably would say I waited way too long to propose. But we had a lot of stuff going on.
It took him a long
It
time
did,
to establish that.
I
No.
told her that. I said, "You're the one. Don't worry. Like we're gonna be."
Means he's
a
really
family.
committed,
We're gonna have. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I switched from accounting to IT so I could be remote. Before COVID hit, I was fully remote so I could move to Chicago and still stay in my job but live with him. So that was a good time.
And you guys, obviously being the co-founders of Dad SZN, Mom SZN, you've started something amazing that is really has a philosophy and a backbone behind it. And, I know being the founder of Burn, that's the business itself, and the philosophy is like a culmination of all your experiences in your life. Like the brand is a reflection of its founders. What do you see showing up in Dad SZN, Mom SZN today now that you learned when you're a rookie, a sophomore in the NFL?
I would say just hard work. Anyone that's ever tried to start up a business or had any type of entrepreneurial, bone that they wanted to show that they could build something great, I think football definitely prepared me for this. It definitely prepared me for the setbacks or, the high moments. And I think it's great that I did have football, and I know not everybody is able to experience something like the NFL or the pressure, the people that you meet along the way, but I think it definitely prepared me to start a small business.
And how are you supporting Pat during those years? Did you continue to work and go after your career, or have you always been somebody that has said, I'm gonna we're together, but I'm going to have my own lane and my own ambition and things like that? Or did you go all in on the NFL career?
Well, we did figure out that supporting Pat once we had, so I worked until we had our daughter Palmer, and then
In what year was Palmer born?
2020.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, great year.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah. Pandemic baby, like my Ryan.
yes.
Yeah.
And then I never came back from maternity leave because I was like, I need to take care of my daughter, support Pat. His career was a little bit more lucrative than mine at the time. So he was playing football, but to answer your question about, I think when you have a passion for something, it helps you focus on building something, as you know, like yours with fitness and how baseball. How about I ask you the question?
Okay.
How did your career and your college experience and collegiate help you build Burn?
I brought so much leadership experience from those days when you have to lead yourself and you're in a business where everybody's coming for your job. It's a team sport, but at the end of the day, and it's not the same way at the professional level from my experience, Pat, and I wasn't nearly as good at my craft as you were at football. I didn't make it to the big leagues. I only played in the minor leagues, but still at that level, when you're getting paid to play a sport, it's very cutthroat. And so leading yourself becomes a skill, like leading yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually becomes an actual skill. And and then just like how you're going to show up for a team on a daily basis. You're going to show up when like in baseball, they called it the August ass. People got so mad at just the world in August as the season was about to end, and they hadn't made it to the big leagues yet, and it's their 7th year in the minor leagues, and they're just exhausted with the whole thing. It's like, how are you going to show up then for your teammates? So
I think the best part of Dad SZN becoming, I know I'm jumping ahead, but Pat and Nick being a partnership is there are days where Pat is like, this is a stupid idea. What was I thinking? And Nick's like, guys, I'm super pumped about that. Am I yelling?
No, you're great.
Okay. You looked at me funny. Nick's super pumped about something like, guess who I talked to? Or Jason, wear a hat? Or something like that.
But that's where that teamwork comes in.
And then there's days
You know,
where
team.
Nick's like, I just ran like 30 miles yesterday. I'm so tired.
Don't even get started on Nick's running escapades and his workout.
And then-
Don't
he
start.
told me in our podcast.
And
yeah.
Pat's like, guess what? We just got another wholesale deal and they want to carry all of our hats. So I just think with partnerships, it really helps because of the ebbs and flows. And I mean, same with Tori and I.
You guys are able to pick each other up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a double partnership.
So highlight from your career. What is the one or two things that stick out from you? I have a couple that, as I go back and play the tapes of your career, one that sticks out to me that I wasn't sure if you'd say or not. So I won't say it unless you do.
What?
Because I'm not sure as a punter if a 37-yard fake punt touchdown pass is a career highlight or not. I'm not sure if that is or
It's
if
a
you're like,
sprint.
or you're like, actually the only reason that matters is because my what your passer rating is like higher than Nick's is actually.
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you brought it up.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
yours is like what's the highest? 158
Yep, it's 158.3.
point something.
Yes.
So you're 1 for 1 with
Where they come up with that number, you have to ask the analytic nerds. Yes. You know what?
because he was bragging about beating you in 2018.
Oh, no.
So, I figured we'd keep that one in the barrel for you.
For sure. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're
Thank you.
welcome.
That was a traumatizing time for the city of Chicago. But yes, that was a play deep in the bag, right? So we practiced that probably like 6-7 months ago. And, it's a loud environment, right? And sometimes the guy in front of you is called a personal protector, and he runs the show, and he's calling the protections, and he calls the fake punt. And it was one of those things where I'm 15 yards behind the center that's snapping me the ball. And I'm like, what'd you say? Are we doing? It's Monday Night Football, right? Everyone's watching. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to look dumb if I don't try to throw this ball. So sure enough, the play worked out great. It was a little dump pass, threw it to him. He juked out the returner, touchdown, perfect passer rating.
I'm surprised they didn't give you another shot after that,
You know what? I've been begging my special teams coordinators after that to run another fake punt.
That
but
was the
Coach,
only
you
one
see-
you ever ran.
It was.
You're 1 for 1, like, in your whole lifetime, not just NFL.
Perfect passer rating. Were you at that game, Shelby?
I was.
Awesome.
I think you ran that in 2017. And I know in 2015, it was still in the playbook, like 2 years prior. And he Snapchatted it to me. Look, sneak peek of what we ran today in practice. And 2 years later,
Football wife. You see her?
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
details. Yeah.
You got all the
told
details.
me, he's like, if we're in the middle of the field and it's under 7 yards to go, we might do a fake. And then I looked to my sister. She was at the game, and I'm like, oh my God, they're going to do a fake. And then they did it, and it worked.
And you were celebrating, I'm sure, or were you like, what was your reaction as you're watching the game?
I couldn't believe my eyes. But unfortunately, they lost the game, so that kind of like takes away all of
Yeah,
that.
doesn't that suck?
I know.
But hey, that clip is on YouTube and it will forever live now.
Thank you.
it.
Thank you for bringing that up.
You're
Add
welcome.
a little clout to my resume.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And obviously, you're a key piece for that team. Here's a question for all the football fans out there. What don't people appreciate about special teams that is very common knowledge to those who play the game?
You know what? That's a really good question, because the art of punting and kicking kind of like it's lost. It's getting lost because a lot of people are doing these rugby rollout punts or just letting the ball roll around. So I came from like learning from the greats that are coffin corner punting and getting into the sideline, 45, 50-yard fair catches. And I think a lot of people just think it's a routine play, and it's a lot harder than people think. I mean, punting, you guys can knock punting all you want, but kicking, there's a lot of pressure that goes into kicking, and I hold the field goals. So I'm the one catching, receiving the snap, putting it down, and then sometimes, they call a timeout, they ice the kicker. And I think what I've learned, being a veteran presence, and I've had a slew of kickers that I've worked with, and they're all different. And I think being a mental caddy for them, is a part where people don't really see, where, Nick brought up a play where it was Chicago was not supposed to lose that game. They were coming into our house and we were rolling, and call a timeout, he makes it, right? And then something happens, they're jawing at him like during the TV timeout, and you're trying to like, hey man, like don't let it get to you, like let's go, let's focus. I think that's a big thing, being a team player, being there for your teammates. I think that's a lot of things that people don't really see, when the game's going on.
So you always had that kind of coach mentality aspect about you. Would you say that that's true throughout your sports career? Like you'd always be somebody that would be an emotional leader? Did you ever have to like figure that out yourself?
Yeah, I would say so. In my own right? So being a specialist, you're not being the most vocal person, you're not the quarterback, but you're definitely a role player. Mm-hmm. And then you do command the special teams room, and all the young guys that are playing on the unit that are fighting for the spot on the team. I'm like, hey, this is your chance to make the team. I know you want to be the starting corner, you want to be the starting receiver, but this is your world. This is your, you can feed your family, run it down on kickoff, on cover and punts. But I think that's really important that people don't see too, where they see the stars and they see all the money, but they don't see the guys that are grinding, to make a career out of this.
What do you see behind the scenes? Because we only get to see the bombs on TV, right? We get to see the Chicago Bears, all-time average record for longest punt, and I think you hold another record, don't you? For
it was net punting.
Punting.
Yep.
And so that's all time.
That's right.
That's incredible.
I was there. I was a little bit of time. I was there for 8 years.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I was there.
So like,
I had a lot of
but it's like all time though, Pat. Like all the whole time of all the, right? So don't make excuses for yourself, all right? Just accept my compliment, will you? No, I was just going to ask Shelby, like, because we get to see that, right? We get to see greatness on the field, but that just doesn't show up there. Like there's this work ethic behind the scenes that you get to see. Yeah. What are some of the crazy things that you'd see?
Should the psychologist at home?
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about that. What I was going to say was the way he takes care of his body every day of his life without trying. Someone once told me willpower is a muscle, or
you got it.
Like
you got to train it.
You train it, but then the more you have it, the less you have to use it. If you think about that.
Yeah, I can get it.
Like for me, I really have to use it because I am not as mentally strong as him. But
that's why it's a good balance.
Not about me, but Pat is so focused on his eating and his training and his exercise and his cold tub and his hot tub and his everything he does on a daily basis. He does to be healthy.
It's ingrained in us, is it not?
Yeah.
Baseball, I'm sure, helped you.
Yeah.
I mean, people are like, wow, you're like eating like that, and you're like, oh, yeah. I'm like, you're a specialist. You don't run around a lot. I'm like, yeah, but I like looking a certain way. I like feeling a certain way. I like performing a certain way, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you want it bad enough, then you can relate to this just being at Burn and Jupiter, right? It's like this. That's the sport after all the sports that we play are done with, and they're always going to be inevitably over at some point. You have this big void,
Yes.
And then you get to fill it with something like Burn. That's why I love Burn the most, is because it brings that team back.
Yeah, definitely. I think that Burn first of all, Tori Foles was the one. I was in a workout, right? I was a year postpartum, and she's like, you should try Burn. It was a good one today. And I'm like, okay. And then I pull up my app and I figure out what time it is and text the people and get my free trial. And then it was body weight conditioning. So that was really rude of her. I was like, cool, Tori, I haven't worked out, and this is what you send me to. Anyways, I digress. And then 10 days later, I checked the timing before this podcast. I brought Pat, and I'm like, Pat, this is a good workout. I feel great. And he was staying ready for his next opportunity. He just got released unexpectedly. And I'm like, just do a 10 class pass. So if you have to go to a workout, if you get signed by a team, you're good. Just come with me and we'll re-up and see how it goes. And he just does the same thing I do. It's just usually it's double weights. So I know if I'm going too light, if he's like 70 and I'm at 20, so I'm like,
sounds like Morgan and I.
I have to push myself a little bit, but I just think that everything he does, he just does 100%.
I think to Devan's point, the Burn definitely helped me because I was used to training a certain way. I wasn't in that boot camp style, and I was like, this is really different. And it was good different. Like I was sore, I was fatigued, and I was like, I kind of like this. Let me go. What else do they got? They got a strength training. The push-pull days is great. And for the guys, I'm sure they all show up on push-pull days. They hate
bench days.
Yep.
And hate leg day.
No, Pat loves like.
Me too.
He's like, I can't miss it. I'm like, I have to go to a doctor's appointment. I can't go. And I'm like, you go. You wake up at 5:30. I mean, with all the times, we can make it work. And I think
that's why we went to Burn.
Yes.
If we're being honest, it provided us childcare, a great workout. We loved working out before kids together, and Burn allowed us to do that.
Yes.
So you went first, right? And then you pulled him in?
Yes. I was like, you have to join me because being on a team, someone's been telling him how to work out his whole life.
Right.
When he goes to our garage gym, in our physical garage, he's kind of just doing all these curls, and he doesn't do 3 sets of anything because he keeps jumping from thing to thing. So he's so used to someone telling him what to do. So when he came to Burn, he's like, this is easy. I don't have to think. I just have to show up and push myself.
Does that make sense? Say yes?
Yes.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
I know
he's
the
ready
lingo.
to teach Ron. He wants to teach Ron.
Hey, listen, I know how to get you into that training certification if that's ever in your path.
A guy.
Yeah, for sure. It's been just incredible watching you guys from afar. I know we've got a chance to build a relationship, and we're gonna do much more together, everybody. Okay, plug, tease. We're gonna do a lot together. Okay, you're gonna see these two over the coming years, increasingly more and more and more, and it's been great getting to know you. The values that you hold as a family first and foremost, that you weave into Dad and Mom Season. Those same values that you share with Tori and Nick, I feel like you share those with Morgan and myself. And ultimately, as you know, like we talked about earlier, the brand is a reflection of your brand's a reflection of you, mine's a reflection of us. So in essence, like Burn Nation's a reflection of Morgan and I's character, which is, I think it's just one big family that we're all making here. And it's so cool to be able to see it organically happen. Right.
Definitely.
I think that's really, really important to, let people know, is that we met through just being at Burn together, like being a part of the same team, sharing common values. And so my question for you is, when you go to do the level up games, and you guys, this is going to be Shelby's favorite part. When you do the level up games and you make that decision, first of all, why do you make that decision? Shelby, I'll start with you.
Pat made the decision,
Okay.
and then he's like, oh, Shelby, like, you're doing this if I'm doing it. And I'm like, I didn't say I was doing it.
I'm going to give a shout out to Andrea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We love our trainer.
She had a conversation. Yeah. And I didn't know what it was. I thought it almost was like a class on steroids, right? And then we get there, I'm like, oh, this is a really big deal.
He didn't
I'm
look
like
at
looking
the workouts prior.
They kind of prepped me, and I'm embarrassed to say that. I'm embarrassed. I didn't know exactly what I was getting myself into. But I gave it my all. I know we joked about the podium thing, but listen.
You have long arms, so his levers were longer, so pull-ups
I didn't mod
longer,
anything.
and
I did not mod.
the push-ups take a little bit longer.
Good for kicking a football. Not so good for pull-ups.
Right.
Yeah. Get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get
Long
it.
limbs.
More push and pull days in my life. Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll bring back some burst training. Apparently, we need to bring back some burst training too. I've been getting that a lot lately, so I listen and I keep open ears. What do you think about that?
I'll just show up. I'm there. I mean,
You don't really
there
care.
are days, I have to admit to the visionary, that there's days I just go for the childcare, and I'm like, why are they yelling at me? Don't they know I'm here for babysitting? But I always end up trying my best, and I'm always happy that I go. But sometimes the trainers are a little unhappy with me. But I need to be relatable for all the other moms who just need an hour to see straight.
Yeah, I get it. No, I definitely get it, and I don't hold that against you by any means. Actually, that's one thing that's really cool about our brand is that a lot of moms come just because Child Watch is free,
That's what gets me
And then it
there,
gets you there.
And then I feel good.
and then you're hooked in.
Maybe I have to get through the warm-up, and then I start feeling good.
So the Level Up Games experience for you guys, does this bring for you specifically, does this bring back Chicago Bears weight room vibes and the college weight room vibes? What's that level of competition remind you of?
You know what it reminded me of is the NFL Combine.
Okay.
So I participated in that, and I was a specialist. And at the University of Miami, we would do 225 max out every Monday.
Okay.
It was a staple. He was an old school strength coach. It prepped me for the Combine. I did 23 reps, 25. They minus 2'd me because I didn't lock out fully.
Of
Long
225?
bars.
225.
That's a lot of reps.
Yes.
More than Devan Kline.
That's a lot of reps.
So I'm building this up here.
He's the world's strongest punter.
Ran the 40-yard dash, did all the things, right? The Level Up Games, it brought me into a dark place quickly. I was like, this is way harder than that.
I tried to warn you. I was in a heat ahead of you, and I had those sliders. I couldn't feel my legs. I was thinking about my children. I'm like, they're watching me, be a good example. But my legs weren't moving, and then they wanted my knees to go up the whole way. And I'm like, Rachel, I can't do anymore. But
You just
the
had
trainers were so motivating.
Very motivating.
the cement leg feeling where your legs you just can't move them anymore.
My brain wasn't connected.
You're trying your hardest.
I'm like, fire.
What year did you guys get married?
2020.
Okay.
Before the world shut down.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a
The
cool
leap
story.
day,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell me about that.
Everyone asks the day you get engaged, oh, when are you getting married? But you don't know because you don't have a venue. You can't have a date without a venue. So it's this whole thing. So I just started telling everyone I'm getting married on Leap Day. And then we found a venue we eventually liked. And I was like, that'd be so cool. And then everyone's like, when do you celebrate? I'm like, does it really matter? Every day is your anniversary if you're in love. Just kidding. And then, the world shut down March 14th, I believe. So we made it by 2 weeks.
We were in Hawaii. We flew to Hawaii, and then we heard this murmur, oh, you might not be able to get back. I'm like, why? We had no idea what was going on.
But-
and then we thankfully got back before they did start.
We connected in Dallas, and it was empty at Starbucks. And I'm like, something, Pat, is up.
Oh yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah.
I know my coffee shops, and this should not be empty right now. So then we got home, and then the world changed a little bit. But yeah, that's when we got married.
And you've had 3 amazing children. There are 4, 3, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. 4, 3, and 1.
Yes,
I got it.
very
Let's
good.
go. And so you started a family around the same time, and all this is happening in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. You signed with the Green Bay Packers in 21, I believe. Oh,
22.
was 22.
Yep.
Excuse me, 22.
I'm just impressed that you know that. Yeah.
And I'm trying to do my best. I did all my Pat O'Donnell homework for sure. Just want to make sure that
Lucky
I'm.
you.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot on you. There's nothing on you out there. So I'm glad that you're doing this podcast. This is going to be if anyone ever wants to look you up, they're going to find this, and this is just going to be amazing.
Go to Burn.
Yeah, you're going to be go to Burn, and then that's going to be your Wikipedia page is
Yes, Burn
Shelby
is my
O'Donnell
whole
goes to
identity
Burn
now.
in Jupiter. Yeah. What was it like with the Green Bay signing? Right now, the world's different now. The world is different. Your individual world is now different. You have a marriage. You have 3
One baby
one
born
baby.
in Chicago, one baby born in Green Bay, and then one baby born in Florida.
Okay. So yeah, what's life like
You
in
signed it, and then
2022?
we had a baby.
So it was different because I played in Chicago for 8 years.
Yes.
And the team up north, you really didn't mention by name.
No. Yeah, like you
Yeah.
don't wear green around Soldier Field, do you?
No.
No.
You do not. So you get that.
Yeah.
So for me to make that jump was a big decision, right? And there was a lot of coaching changes and things, and I was almost like, you know what? They're kind of rolling, right? They got a guy named Aaron Rodgers. Like, they're always in it. I said, maybe
We met Mason Crosby, the kicker.
We
Who
did. He convinced me. It was, he said, hey, maybe you can come. You know, put some points together. You can hold the football for me. Maybe punt occasionally. We don't punt a lot here. So I got convinced. I went up to Green Bay. Very cool sports town. Very quaint.
The nicest people in the world. Like,
Yes.
at a stop sign, it's like, you go first. No, you go first. No, okay. Like,
Almost exhausting.
the
We were like, I
nicest
think I should
people.
go now. Just don't be polite. Just go. Yeah. I mean, people shovel your driveway before you're getting out, going to practice. Those kind of people. Salt of the earth people. It was a really cool year for us.
And Tate was born there?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and that's in Green Bay. How do you feel at that time? You're in a new city.
Yes. I loved it.
Okay.
I not a bad thing. I loved the YMCA. No offense. There was
No,
not
it's
a
all
burn
good. There's no
yet.
burns there. There is now, though,
Yes.
in Green Bay. And it's
and
rocking.
I met
Shut
the
up.
girl
Yeah.
if she's here listening to this, I met her at Get Air, and I was so excited to come. But
Shout out Deanna and Brett Arnold.
yes.
Yeah.
They probably kill it there.
They do really, really well.
Yeah.
And I also got to shout out Jilda and Chris Green, who own Jupiter, Florida. They're
Yes.
dear friends of mine. You guys know our background?
No.
I would love to hear this.
They're dear friends of ours. So before Burn Boot Camp, nutrition, right? Before Burn Nutrition, we had Shackley. Have you ever heard of Shackley?
Nope.
Okay, really good multi-level marketing company out of Pleasanton, California. Morgan and I know that we hold responsible the results, the health and fitness results for our members, but we have no idea how to build a nutrition business yet. So we partner with Shackley, and in those types of models, you have like these ranks that you can go up. Well, we became like the presidential master coordinator, like
No, you?
yeah, like really,
I don't believe
yeah,
it.
like really fast. And it was like, okay, well, and Burn was kind of growing quickly at the same time, but it was that was the decision then to make Burn Nutrition, was because of all the success in that and the way that Burn Nation kind of grabbed onto it. But Jilda Green was a part of that, and we met through a friend named Brooke Thomas. And there's also another piece to this puzzle, which is Heather and Joe Hirsch, who own multi-unit owners up in the Jersey area.
Okay.
So we all went on a cruise together, and I'm like, I'm gonna start a gym, and they're like, okay, trainer boy or whatever,
How old were you at this time?
This early on, like 24, 25 years old, 26 maybe, somewhere in
So
that
you're
range.
building this huge Burn franchise. Oh my gosh! And
Well, at the
I'm
time
punting
it was
footballs.
The time it was up
What
in the
you
parking
built.
lot. I would have much rather been punting footballs in front of like thousands of people rather than in a parking lot.
Your story
gym
is
by myself.
crazy. But
Yeah.
sorry to derail.
Where was
it.
the cruise?
Hey, I'm supposed to be interviewing you guys,
Yeah.
okay? No, just kidding. I'm just totally kidding. I don't
The
actually
people
remember.
want to hear from you.
I actually don't remember where the cruise was, but that is the story.
It was a good cruise then.
It was a great cruise. And Jilda Green, Chris Green, I trained her and her sister, or Jilda, while she was pregnant with one of their children, and convinced them all to come on board and do this. So
Well, we love her. We were one of the sponsors of the Level Up Games the year before we participated with Dad SZN.
okay,
So that was my first time kind of working with her. I'm like, hey, how do we do a sponsorship? Like, get us on your T-shirt.
well, I know she's so excited about this. And the whole community at Jupiter is really excited
And
about
North
us being
Palm.
on in North Palm.
We
in North
love
Palm,
North
okay.
Palm. They have
Shout out
9:30
to a new location in North Palm.
co-ed.
Shout out to Emily.
Yes, we love Emily.
Awesome. So you're in Green Bay, and everyone's nice. You're having a great time, and you actually earned some special teams honors there. You're having a good season. And then as you're like balancing two little kids and you're trying to be on a new team, what's the certainty like of the future at that time as you get traded to a new team? And I think first couple weeks you had a really you were all special teams.
Yeah. It was
NFL
called
that week,
NFC Player of the Week.
And it's
Yeah.
that's
Started off
ooh.
very strong.
Good.
Yes. To answer your question, NFL stands for not for long, right?
Mhm,
So we're good. I signed a 2-year contract, being real transparent. A lot of people don't really know how the NFL works. We thought we were good, got a house. Hey, you're good. And then the whole thing changed. We didn't go to the playoffs, so they're starting to go younger. Big joke in the locker room, hey, you're like one of the older guys. I'm like, I'm 32. And I just had Mason Crosby, who's pushing almost 40. Aaron's pushing 40. I'm like, I got another 4 in me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go through the whole off season, everything's good. And then final cuts happen, and you get that dreaded call. First time in my career. Unfortunately, you've probably had that, right?
Yeah. They call it getting released in baseball, but it's just a nice way to let someone with an ego know they got fired.
Yeah. So then I was at a playground, right? And the world kind of got flipped upside down, and I got that call, and I felt like I was so small. I was like, I want to have this moment. And it was the day that everybody dreads, right? And we're at a park, and I had to flip the switch, right? I was like, I have to be there for my kids. They're screaming like, Daddy, come play with me, come. And there was that moment.
On the phone with the GM, telling him like, you didn't do anything, just we're in a different direction.
Yeah, you did great.
I think that was like the beginning of Dad season, though, for real, because your kids don't care.
Right.
They don't care that you don't have a job.
Right.
You're their dad.
Right.
Exactly.
So I think that
created Dad season, and we kind of went full force with that. And I don't want to get into it too much, but that's when I called Nick, and we kind of partnered up. And I'm like, you know what? I think there needs to be something here for dads, because I jumped into being a father full time and what that was like. And some guys do it amazing. Some guys have a difficult time like jumping into that as their career or something changes. So we wanted to have an empowerment movement for dads, and it was cool that we got to connect here with Burn. And I do like to say, like, Burn definitely helped me through that dark time. You know what I mean? When I was released and I was trying to figure things out, and I was working out at different teams, and thankfully, like, I got back on my feet, was with the 49ers last season. But it's just there's so much uncertainty, right, in the world. And
there's so many resources for moms. And I think dads don't really talk about their challenges as much, and how, okay, like, you should stack toilet paper and the kids will be entertained for 20 minutes. I mean, just like things that moms know. Every mommy blog has all these life hacks. And I think you kind of just wanted to be like
a resource for dads.
I went from being an NFL punter, which is like the most, what's the word, manly, like strong, to I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I don't have anywhere else to go but be with my kids and support my kids. And I think just when you wear like Dad season on your head, it kind of says, hey, I'm a dad, I'm proud, like it's cool to be a dad, it's great to be present. And then people say like,
best season of life.
Dads have days off and moms do all the work. And I'm like, but if the father of your children is a present dad trying their best, even though they're not as good as the mom, we all know moms do it best.
We'll never get the credit.
But like, if they're trying their best, it's going to make the family better. Like, and I think that's
the
like
whole point
without a
of the
doubt.
brand.
Yeah, it's like there's Dad season, and then there's moms. And moms, we're great. We wear cute hats, like that's easy. But I think for dads, it's kind of just that awareness that it's cool to be a dad, and it's cool to give it your all and struggle, because everyone's in it together.
There's like this vulnerability that not a lot of men possess, and when you strip this identity away from them that was once their career, it's like, what's left? It's like, well, hello, the most important thing that's always been there since the very, your children, your family, the people that you care about the most. And I personally resonate with what you're saying, just being someone that comes from nothing and having, just ambition at the forefront. Like, I would do 24 through 31, 32, I would do literally anything to be successful. Like, that is my identity, right? Burn is my identity. I struggled with that a lot. Not so much anymore, because I've now put in perspective, through meeting guys like Pat, Nick, other dads, other high achievers who have been there and kind of done that no, your real identity is being in the real success on this planet is being the best father that you possibly can be to these kids or kid, right? And if you don't have kids yet, it's like, we'll be the best husband, right? And then if you don't have, a wife or kids, and it's like, we'll be the best human first. And that's your identity, not this sport you play or this work that you have. It's part of who you are. But so many times I think we just let it like all consume our lives, and then you rip that out. It's like the rug gets pulled from underneath you, and I feel like I'm standing here all vulnerable, but I don't want to say that I'm vulnerable because I'm a man.
Well, just be kind to everyone. And honestly, everyone at Burn was so kind to us because Pat had these workouts, and some workouts they don't sign him, and then it's even more defeating because you were this close, and then he finally got signed, and I went to Burn the day he got signed, and he went off to San Francisco, and I'm like, oh, this is what we always wanted. Like, he got a job again, and then I'm like, wait, I'm at home with 3 kids by myself. These people at Burn, like, they're watching my kids so I can breathe for a second, but I'm so happy, but he's gone, and then my kids are. So I just think that the community you built at Burn, like, every single person is nicer than the next, and I think everyone's family, and everyone's just really
I would say
great
family at this
people.
point.
Yeah.
They hang out with our kids, more some of our relatives, right?
And then I recruit them to come to my house. I'm
There
like,
you
all
go.
right, you're done work at 5:30? Great.
Great.
Help me with bedtime.
Well, you guys have been such an amazing part of the Jupiter community. Gilda has nothing but amazing things to say and put you guys up on a pedestal. She's so proud to have both of you be a part of her community, or your whole family. As leaders, as a power couple, as you guys have been through a lot, traveled the country, playing football, building a family, building an amazing life for yourselves. How do you hope, moving forward with Dad season, with Mom season, how do you hope to impact families that are like you, that might not be as far along? Like, you've learned a lot of lessons, and you've got this now. How your kids are how old again? 4, 3, and 1, right?
Yep.
4, 3, and 1. So you've got that collective 8 years of parenting experience, which we all know is like 40 years of real time.
Mm-hmm.
How do you hope to show up for people in the future, families in the future, with this brand, and reach out to them and actually get it? It's one thing to get it on their head, but it's another thing to touch their heart, right?
For sure. What I've been doing locally, just in my community, is we do a dad workout on Saturday mornings at 6.
Okay.
Yep, I'll get them to Burn.
Just
Don't worry.
it's okay. We won't rush you. Just recruit them slowly.
We
A slow
are.
pipeline.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to
All right.
first,
I get it.
Breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Breadcrumbs.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So it's been great, though. Just the community aspect, right? What you've built at Burn is almost like what I take there on Saturday.
Mhm.
And sometimes the guys had a long week. They really don't feel like working out, but the guys connecting. So, some are small business owners. They talk. Some are doctors. It's great. And I think what you've built at Burn helped me just bring that along. Bring that along at the local playground at 6 o'clock in the morning, me dragging weights out there and getting yelled at by the HOA, so
Yeah.
we won't go into that, but
No,
You guys be quiet. It's too early.
you don't understand. This is fellowship.
No, I think that I lost my train of thought. But you asked a really good question, and I had a really good answer. But
Basically, where do you see mom season going? How are you going to impact moms? How are you going to impact dads?
yeah, I just think, I remember what I was going to say. So I think if you feel good about yourself, you're nicer to everyone, your children, your spouse, because there's nothing worse than when you yell at your kids and then you're like, they were not really trying to be malicious. I was just like frustrated or overstimulated or something. So I think that Burn has helped me. There's days where Pat like gently is like, let's do 3:30 today. And I'm like, no, we shouldn't. And then he wins. And then I'm in such a nice mood afterwards. And I think that you need to do something for yourself. You need to move your body. It's objectively good for you. And then I think it helps you be more present afterwards.
So what physical results, mental results, emotional results have you personally experienced since, and how long have you been at Jupiter again? It's been
September.
We just looked this up.
Yeah.
Yep.
September 2023.
okay.
So
Yeah.
almost
It's been
2
some
years.
time.
Anniversary.
Yeah. And how you feeling?
I feel good. I think I can always be better.
Okay.
But I do feel strong. Sometimes I'm hesitant to ring the bell because I don't want everyone to look at me.
But you are hitting PRs and you're
Oh,
working.
yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll whisper to the trainer. I'm like, I just PR'd, but I really don't want to ring the bell because I can't do it right now. But I definitely feel stronger. And I think.
The check-ins with the trainers. We have the private one-on-ones.
Oh, yeah, the focus
Those are
meetings.
Focus meetings.
Your lingo, right?
You gotta-
Sorry, Dad.
It's okay. It's
Yes.
okay, Pat. We'll give
No.
you a pass on this one. It's okay.
No, I mean, I feel great. And I even sometimes.
They're very encouraging, though. You have sometimes really good weeks and streaks, and then some the holidays come or things, and you regress a little bit, and it's like how you keep moving forward,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's going to be setbacks. There's going to be little milestones that you achieve, but you just got to keep going, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And the PRs have been kind of a newer thing not newer.
Oh, right.
They've always been there. We've brought them to the top of the awareness of our membership base.
Yes.
What is your favorite PR exercise to work on?
I love chest press.
Okay.
I think I hit 35.
Let's go.
Ooh, shout out.
I
Okay.
know, but when you make us do it on a Bozu ball, though, it's so, or not the Bozu ball. What's the
TerraCore.
Paracore.
It's so so sneaky. How you have to kind of stabilize.
Brace the core.
Yeah, I'm like, Pat, why was that so hard? But what's your favorite?
My favorite PR exercise is deadlift.
Okay,
But here's something I'm struggling with.
tell me.
We need more. We need heavier weight.
Oh, North Palm has very heavy weight.
Yeah.
You should come there next.
I will.
Please.
I will.
What do you guys go up to? Hundreds, or you guys?
Hundreds right now, but we just increased the production to 120s and 150s.
Wow.
Yeah, which is going to be good.
Those are big boys.
Those are big boys. Yeah, yeah.
The trainers help me with RDLs because deadlift. Sorry, because it's a mix of a RDL and a squat, and it's a little bit challenging sometimes to be perfect on that form. But
That's a tough one.
But the trainers are very helpful.
Yeah, we have
Their cues.
phenomenal trainers at Jupiter, and I think before you were members was the last time that I was there. And listen, I will send anyone in the country out of our 400 gyms to go to one of Gilda's gyms, or Gilda and Emily, because they now own one together. Gilda owns two by herself. I would send anybody in the country to go there to get trained by them. So you guys literally have.
We got luck. We're
you
spoiled.
do have the best. You do have the best of the best. That's for sure. What's your favorite PR? Oh, and I'll come back to you for protocol. What's your favorite PR exercise and protocol?
I would say the squats. You know, when you got to get the big boy dumbbells on the shoulder.
Yep.
I mean, goblets, I'm pretty good, but when you got to get them on the shoulders, that's different now.
Yeah.
Especially when you're solo and you're trying to get them up there.
Yeah.
I would say that's definitely one of the exercises I like to PR.
He
like
loves
it?
leg day.
You got hundreds up there yet?
They cap out at 80s.
You got
at the
80s up
gym.
there?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to get you hundreds up there.
Gilda's going
It's
to
a
watch us
different
and be
demo-
like, compliment, negative, compliment.
We love you, Gilda.
It's a mom first gym.
Yeah, but these women are very strong.
Yes.
I'm Chelsea produced, dude. I have her RDLing. What were that, Chelsea? 95s RDLing 95s.
Oh, yeah. When I do watch on demand, the girls go really heavy too.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Impressive.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
very
there's this wave of like strength training is cool now. Well, we've been, and you know this, right? Hypertrophy and conditioning, and the combination of those two things have always been how you become athletic. It's nothing new. It's just that the market for so long said, run on the treadmill, eat less food, just do cardio. And it got to the point where we like overcorrected on cardio and conditioning, and everyone forgot about strength training. So it made this like wave and this comeback. But in its kind of modern now. But when we started in 2012, it wasn't that way. Like there was, all the magazines were still like skinny, run on the treadmill, do the elliptical. And we were like, no, strong is the new skinny. We literally made shirts like that. And we're part of that whole movement of getting, at least I want to take at least a little bit of credit for being a part of that movement with strength training in women.
That's
so
how
it's
you
really
earned your title, visionary. That was like on your resume.
It was Child Watch was
Strong,
there from the
not
beginning.
skinny.
Yeah. Child Watch was there from the beginning as well.
I love that.
You guys use Burn together. The way that I had envisioned power couples always using it.
Yeah,
right?
staying ready for his next like NFL gig.
Just
Literally.
always.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he was thinking when he
Dude, no, staying ready. Coming with your family. First of all, like
Yes.
I'm sure Saturdays or whatnot, or a couple days a week, you're bringing some kids in with you.
Yeah, Kid Watch, Jupiter. Yeah, we the trainers are great, but the Kid Watch also lovely.
It's important
Everyone
to
does.
trust somebody with your kids.
Yeah.
A couple hours a week. That's important.
And you guys bond over it too, right? So
sure.
it's you get to bring your kids. It's something you get to bond over. Let me ask you this, and we can kind of wrap up with what's next. What's next for you? When you're thinking about your relationship together, how does working out, how does Burn, how does it influence that relationship?
I think it's always been there. Even before kids, we would do all the things and the workouts and running, and this helped us connect back.
Get back to it.
Because
Like we've always, hotel gyms. Like we love going on vacation, and then you can work out in the morning at a gym together. That's always been our thing. But with kids, it's just to pay for a babysitter for 90 minutes because you have to commute to a gym and get home, or 2 hours. No one really wants to come for 2 hours. So it's the perfect way. I think it brought us closer. Lots of high fives.
You just high five at home now?
Say yes. 2 claps. Partner workouts. Where Pat's like, is it a partner one today? And then if I say yes, he'll be like, I really want to go with you. And I'm like, that's so cute.
Oh, that is cool. I love it. I love it. Very sentimental of you.
That's right.
Pat.
And that's a lot for her because she's not mushy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you love the partner days. I love it.
I want to say one thing.
Please.
I think the finisher should be getting his shoes on the kids, because when you get your butt kicked in those workouts, and I'm just sitting there like drenched with sweat, and I'm trying to put on these little kids' shoes, I'm like, that should be the finisher in itself.
But the child watch ladies sometimes help us when we can't bend down because our legs are.
Yeah.
And I know you've been there.
Yeah.
Where like you're just
sure.
like, I just need 10 minutes, and you feel so bad like leaving
You
them
have to
there.
pick up
a
the
second
baby
longer.
in your shoulders. You're like, I just held a plank for 90 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. I leave them in there as long as it's not irresponsible to leave them in there. Like as long as it's like
might
what's
get a pass.
acceptable.
You might
They
get-
won't talk about you.
Yeah. I try not to do that though. Even at our Lake Norman headquarters, I try not to be, I can bring my kids and not sign them up,
Right.
and all that, because like I'm not that type of person. I will follow the rules because I made the rules. I'll follow them even more. You guys, hey, listen, I want to end on okay, so dad season, mom season. Last time we talked, you're still out there kicking balls. You're still punting. You're staying ready.
Staying ready, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
you're staying ready. What do you hope opportunities come your way, both with football and in dad season and mom season?
Yeah, so I'm taking this time where I can actually focus on the business and kick and punt and stay ready. So that's been a huge blessing where I was able to grow this to the point that we wanted to. And now I feel like it's really moving. It's a well-oiled machine. Nick's out here in California, so we got a good pulse on everything, and Shelby holds it down with everything else. She's a rock star. But yeah, we just want to keep pushing. We just want to influence people, partner with amazing people like yourself, and just keep going.
Yep. Do the right thing for the right reason. As far as everything goes.
That's right.
That's your compass.
I love it. I love it, you guys. It's been really fun talking to you and getting to know you. And like I said, everybody, this is not the last you will see of Pat and Shelby, okay? There will be much more to come.
Level Up Games 2026.
Level Up Games.
Oh, I'm training now.
There's something in my head I want to tell you that I can't. I can tell you offline, but if I said it on air, Morgan would get so mad at me that I let it out early. So I'll tell you, it's about Level Up Games.
Next time we want Morgan here.
I know.
That was the biggest disappointment, but we'll get over it.
It's
you
okay.
You had to.
We can
have us
CGI her
coming
into
back for
pictures.
more, so we can meet Morgan next
We
time.
definitely will do that for sure. You guys will get along so good.
She'll
so good.
probably deadlift a lot heavier than me, but
We'll all do it together. We'll all do it together.
There we go.
I can't wait to hang out with you guys and take camp. Pat, thank you for being here and all you've done with Dad Season. Shelby, all you've done with Dad Season and Mom Season as well. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to end it like we always do, okay? 2 claps on 2. 1, 2.
Oh, I missed it.
Do you even do camp? Appreciate it, Dev.
Thanks, guys.